Queen charging definitely isn't easy at Town Hall 17, but if you're gonna do it, I recommend this Queen Charge Dragon Rider army with the Minion Prince. It's really strong, really reliable, and really worth giving a go. Before we get into some live attacks with Nicholas, wanted to show you this replay so that you can get an idea of the army and see it in action, and it is going to completely overkill this base, which is reasonably leveled up at this point. Now, as you can see, both Fire Spitters are facing the back end of this base. So the Queen Charge, well, we're obviously going to come from this side because the Fire Spitter really bad against the healers in Queen Charge attacks. So the Queen's coming in from the bottom here. Now, if you have a look at his hero list here, there is no Barbarian King. Worth noting here, have a look at this CC pool. Not really deliberate by him, and it does force him to use the freeze spell. You can't let 3 headhunters shoot your queen. So in terms of hero equipment, got the Frozen Arrow and the Magic Mirror. Now, if you don't have the Magic Mirror upgraded, the Invis Vial is fine. The Frozen Arrow is a must though. Rest of the CC comes out. Really annoying to deal with, forces out another Poison and Freeze. We've got the Royal Champion on the right-hand side. She's coming in with the Rocket Spear and the Seeking Shield. And have a look here, the Log Launcher. Now, this might surprise you, but from what I can gather, the Log Launcher is the best siege machine with Queen Charge Lalo because Flame Flingers don't really get that much value now that the Fire Spitters are really bad against Flame Flingers, and there's also 4 defensive heroes that can actively move on the base. So what you're going to see Nicholas do a lot of today is use the Flame Flinger to either damage or get rid of the Town Hall rather than the Queen Charge, because look, the Town Hall really isn't that good against siege machines. We get the triple Yeti come out, and look at the insane value this is going to get now. Yetis get 1 Fire Spitter, get the Town Hall, get the other Fire Spitter, just as the Queen's taking a bit of damage. We got the Dragon Riders, by the way, coming in on the right-hand side. The Yetis activate the Giga Bomb and then still take down the Monolith there. Perfect Warden ability, and then with the Warden, so we are running the Healing Tome and the Eternal Tome, that's always best for Dragon Riders. We've got the Minion Prince with his new equipment here. Obviously, you don't really get a choice on that, but that's best to use. As soon as the Warden ability ends, that's when we use the Minion Prince ability. No point freezing up defenses whilst your troops are invincible anyway. Use it afterwards to help the Dragon Riders get through the back end of the base. And look, we've used the Queen ability on the left side. That's getting plenty of value. We've still got 2 Invis spells. Invis spells are really good for both Queen Chargers and for Dragon Riders, so you're going to see more Invis than normally with Queen Charge attacks. And look at this. Base is completely overkilled. But let's jump into some live attacks and see how he goes. So here we are with the first live attack, and what I'm really curious about is what siege machine is Nicholas going to use here. I assume going to use the Blimp rather than the Log Launcher, but there is actually Flame Flinger value available on this base, but I'm guessing we're going to see a Blimp for the Town Hall in a second here. Perfect freeze timing. We get the loons in front looking for any SAMs. They also draw the attention of the first barrage of the Town Hall, what is it? The Eagle Artillery. Now we use an Invis spell on the Yetis. Town Hall does have a lot of hit points, so it's definitely worth doing. There is a freeze coming in there. I assume that was for some of the Headhunters. We get the Town Hall, but we also activate both Poison Towers. Now, I assume the second Poison Tower will probably come up before it you know, goes down. But that's not the end of the world. Now, we'll talk about it here because I don't know if I talked about it earlier, but we've got the Phoenix on the Queen Charge here because really the Unicorn doesn't do a lot on a Queen Charge at Town Hall 17 because there's 6 merged defenses and the merged defenses are all fantastic against pets. So better off to use the Phoenix on the Queen because it's quite hard to Queen Charge at Town Hall 17, so it's rather likely your Queen will go down, so you are going to get some sort of value out of it. And look at this, maybe Nicholas coming in with the early Dragon Riders here so the Poison Tower doesn't come back to life. Jelly on the Minion Prince, obviously, to get the Prince nice and forward and targeting all the buildings. Poison Tower, please don't go off. It does not. The Diggy comes in clutch there. Diggy on the Warden is the best combination because look at all the stunning we're getting. Now, the Queen isn't doing a whole lot on the bottom side of the base here, but hopefully she stays alive to the end of the battle. Now, as soon as the Warden ability has gone off, use the Dark Orb ability to freeze everything. And look at this. This is looking okay, but can't keep the Queen alive. That's interesting. Where are the healers going to? Are the healers... to the Royal Champion. Interesting, I didn't even realize the Royal Champion was still alive. Didn't really see her trajectory in this attack, because normally Nicholas has been using the Royal Champion quite early on to set a funnel for the Queen charge. We still got the Warden up, we still got 2 Dragon Riders up, and if you have a look at this back end compartment, I don't see any air targeting defenses. Even the Jelly is still kicking good on it, and that is going to be a 3-star attack. Is it an overkill? No. But this army isn't really about overkilling bases. Queen charges are quite difficult. If you can keep the Queen alive, you will overkill it. But it's just the most consistent Queen charge army at this point. The Dragon Riders are always going to get you good value. They're really good against all the splash defenses that came with Town Hall 17. A pretty brutal base here. We have the Fire Spitters in the center facing both directions, so you can't really avoid them, but the real thing in here is the 2 Rage Towers, and we've got some air bows as well. Also 4 air defenses on one side of the base, and we're kind of forced to Queen charge the other, so we'll see how the Dragon Riders can get through that. So we're starting with the Queen charge on the top side here. Queen comes in, and let's see how this goes. This is a Rage Tower. This is going to be brutal. Those ricochet cannons do so much, and even with the frozen arrow, there's only so much of a barrage your Queen can take. She is hanging on here though. Really nicely done by the Queen. She should come down for the scatter here, and I expect Nicholas is going to wall break the air defense. Actually, he might wall break. No, he does wall break the air defense. All right. So the Queen's going to go in here. Now, we can't reach the Town Hall from here, but going to come in with the Blimp. There was no need for the Log Launcher in this attack as much, because it's just not as valuable on a base like this. But I'm going to guess that Nicholas is going to Blimp over the Queen here, but let's see what happens. So the Fire Spitter is getting involved, but not hitting the healers yet. So is the Town Hall, but yet again, not hitting the healers yet. Royal Champion on the bottom side got some okay value, but not amazing value. The Dragon Riders are coming in on the bottom. There goes the Yetis from the Blimp. We've got the Phoenix on the Queen, getting extra 7 seconds of life. If she gets rid of that multi-arch tower, that would be huge. Nope, not quite. The Yetis are in the mix, though, doing a really good job there, just tanking for everything. Now, there is a Warden on the back end. We've already used the Minion Prince ability. We really don't have a lot of power left in this hit, but we have got a lot of spells. So can we use the spells effectively here to get through the back end of the base? The Jelly is actually tanking for the Minion Prince. The Jelly on the Minion Prince is the obvious pet combo here, since the Jelly would allow the Minion Prince to follow the Dragon Riders more easily. And look at this. Got 2 invis spells and not going to need any of them, taking down a toxic base. And what I love about this army, and why it should be slightly more appealing to you all, even though it's obviously a little bit difficult, is the fact that you don't have to get insane value with the Queen charge. The Queen really didn't get much here. She's just got to get an opener. The Royal Champion can assist the Queen. Then the Dragon Riders, Minion Prince, and the Blimp here did all the work. So this is a diamond base similar to what we saw in the very first attack of the day. So I'll be interested to see how Nicholas goes about this. We've got 2 insanely powerful Rage Towers. Now, the charge for the Town Hall here looks pretty simple, but imagine if you charge that Town Hall. You don't get any of these major defenses down, and it's just a little too much to leave for the Dragon Riders, Royal Champion, and Minion Prince. So we're going to start the Queen charge on the right-hand side here, and I got a feeling the Log Launcher is going to be used straight down the middle, but we'll see what happens when you charge a Fire Spitter. So I asked Nicholas about what it's like charging a Fire Spitter, and he said you can't charge 2 of them, but you can charge 1. It's just not ideal. So we use 1 invis spell. Is the second going to come in? You can see the Fire Spitter is thankfully missing the healers. Now it hits the healers on this one, but the slowdown of the Queen is perfect. And look at that. We get through all of this, and as I'm going to keep saying, this is not a max frozen arrow or the max magic mirror. Level 23 on both, and still is enough to get through that insane compartment. And if the Queen continues doing her thing here... Oh, I don't love that. I don't love that, Nicholas. That was not ideal. Now we're going to be in a very weird position here. Hopefully the Queen... Oh my word, the Queen's just going to ignore the CC and go for the Monolith. That's beautiful. Hopefully she comes back for the CC now. Doesn't have her healers. And now we're going to go straight into the Town Hall. And this is a difference to Town Hall 16, because Town Hall 16, you wouldn't really want to go straight into the Town Hall poison effect. But here, let's get the Town Hall down nice and early. Warden ability is beautiful. And we're going through to the back end of the base. In saying that, should have he used the Warden ability to deal with this massive Rage Tower on the back end? We'll see what happens. The Queen ability is still intact somehow. So is the Queen. Beautiful minion prince ability. The Dark Orb coming in strong. We've still got 2 freeze spells here. And look at the effect of the... oh, that's a double freeze. I don't think he meant that. But look at how slow all the defenses are because of the minion orb. We've still got most of our Dragon Riders up now. We are going to lose a couple here. We are going to lose the minion prince, which is critical. But we're still going around with these 2 Dragon Riders. And I believe, look at this, the Diggy is still up. Now, you might think, why are you bringing the Diggy? That is a ground pet. It's a bit silly to bring the Diggy with it. But no, the Diggy is by far the best option. Oh my word. This still might not work. It's going to be a 99%. No way. It's going to be a 97% actually. No, 98%. That is so unfortunate there, but you can see maybe the Warden ability when it used wasn't the best. Would have been better to use the freeze spells and save the Warden for later. But you can see it is possible to Queen Charge through the compartments. It is possible for the Minion Prince to get value, but Queen Charging isn't easy at Town Hall 17.